Hey everybody, Eric Songer coming your way on the What's Happening in the Chaska Middle School West Band Department weekly podcast. Right now it is Saturday morning and the date is September 9th, and it's actually 1 in the morning on Friday night. But this is when I love doing these podcasts. It gives me a chance to kind of refresh on the week that was and think about what's coming up here. And that's exactly what we do on these podcasts every week. So if you're tuning in for the first time this school year, welcome, and would love to have you continue to tune in. And these podcasts are usually about 10, 12 minutes long, and a great opportunity for you just to find out what's happening, whether you're a parent watching or a student watching, or somebody just wanting to find out more about what's going on at Chaska Middle School West in the music department. So I like to divide these up into a few different categories. Going to talk a little bit about, well, if, at least here at the first couple of weeks, kind of beginning of the year type stuff to start out with. Talk about our schedule, what's coming up after school, and some upcoming events later on in the month and looking into October. And then just wrap it up with any news and some ways to contact me. So let's just start out by me just saying, first of all, this week was incredible. First week of school is always so amazing. It's a fresh start for all of us. It's a great way to just see how we are going to grow in the next year, and to set some goals, and to see all the exciting things that are laid out for us. And every time I get into a new year, it's always a little hard for me to let go of what happened in the last year, because every year is always so amazing. But especially when I get into the classroom with the sixth graders, I am just so excited to get to know all 140 of these students that are new to our school and new to my classroom. And I know the names of a few of them, and over the course of the next 2 weeks, I'm hoping to get to know the names of everybody, and really get to know all these kids. And as far as the seventh and eighth graders, just it's so wonderful to have them back. And we played a little bit this week on Thursday and Friday, and already I can tell that these two grades are going to be just leaps and bounds better than they were a year ago. Just the maturity level of the kids, the intelligence level of the kids, and some of them actually practiced over the summer, which is really cool. Others didn't as much. But I think we're going to have a great year. So just really exciting. I gave out 4 handouts the first week of school. One was a band handbook that had a ton of information in it. And if you want to get more information on that, listen to my podcast from last week. But I need the last page of that handout, our handbook, back with $35 for our band fee. And I'd like that back by September 22nd. That covers the books and the trips that we are taking with the students. And for the sixth graders, it also includes the band shirt that they're getting. The second sheet was an after-school music sheet, which lists all the incredible music classes that we have. There's also a great video here on my YouTube channel, Mr. Songer's channel, that's called What Happens After School. And it talks about our jazz band and mariachi band and country bluegrass band and garage band and marching band and honor band, and the list goes on and on of all the cool classes. There are 3 that are starting up this week I want to make you aware of, and you can sign up for these at Community Ed's website, sorry, that's not the right one, www.ce, the number 4, all.org. So www.ce4all.org. And the classes that are starting this week, we have our movie band starting up on Monday at Pioneer Ridge Middle School, and that will be directed by my colleague, Mr. Prescott, and that is open for all 6th through 8th graders at all 3 middle schools in the district. And it's a concert band that rehearses movie music, and that will be running on Monday, September and October. And then on Tuesdays after school, we have our very, very incredible marching band program. And the marching band is, again, for all 3 grades at all 3 schools. It meets at West with directors Mr. Prescott, Mr. Potter, Mrs. Ulrich, and myself. And we will be directing that band through the middle of October and march in the 2 homecoming parades at Chaska on October 6th and Chanhassen on October 13th, both at 4 p.m. Those are Fridays. So really looking forward to that. And so would love to get kids performing in that group. And then finally on Thursdays, we will have our awesome School of Rock class where kids can learn how to be in a rock band and rock out and learn electric guitar, drum set, bass guitar, keyboards, and singing. No previous experience needed. In fact, it's better if you don't because we're here to teach you and we're going to form bands in there. It's really fun if you form it with your friends. You can say, hey, I'm going to play electric guitar, you play drums, you sing, and we're going to do Sweet Child of Mine, Guns N' Roses, let's go. And so that's a really cool class to do that in. So those are all starting next week. We have some other classes coming up starting in October, such as jazz band for all 3 grade levels, hip hop academy, which is used to be known as hip hop electronica, also our beginning guitar class, and garage band and country band auditions. Those are all coming up in October. I'm going to move on to the third handout I gave was on a program called Smart Music that you can get for your PC, Mac, or tablet at home. It does not work on Chromebooks. It's an optional purchase, $40, where you can have all the music from your book, some of our band music, scales, and many, many, many other songs show up on your computer screen, and it'll show you what notes you got right and what notes you got wrong. It'll record, it'll slow down and speed up. You can click on notes, it'll show you fingerings. It's a pretty cool program. So it's called Smart Music, and again, it's an optional purchase. We will be using it in our band lessons, so all the kids will get to use it at school. But if you'd like to have it home, you can get it there too. And the final handout was a supply order form. So if you need to order reeds, valve oil, slide cream, drumsticks, you can return that at any time and you can get orders of those supplies from the music stores that come out to CMSW. And I should just point out one thing to percussionists, especially 6th graders who are new to the program. You do not need to bring your bell kits to school. You keep them at home and practice on them. And you will need the following items, percussionists. You'll need drumsticks and bell mallets, which if you have a bell kit, you already have those 2 things. The bell mallets can be rubber or they can be hard plastic mallets. And then you're also going to need a stick bag. And then you are also going to need yarn mallets this year. We use yarn mallets to play the marimba and sometimes the vibraphone. So drumsticks, bell mallets, a stick bag, and yarn mallets for the percussion. Let's just talk real quick about the schedule as far as just school in general starting the week of September 11th, because we're going to introduce block days this Wednesday and Thursday. So Monday and Tuesday will continue to be 7-period days, just like we've been having to this point. Monday will be A-day bands, and then Tuesday will be B-day bands. And then Wednesday, we have our first odd block day. And the way that's going to work is you will go to your first hour block first. And for 7th graders, that means you'll have your A-day band during the first half of 7th hour, and then the B-day band the second half of 7th hour. So if you're in B-day band, you'll go to your A-day class first and then come to band. If you're in A-day band, you'll go to A-day band first and then go to your B-day class. And then after first hour block for everybody, we'll have our very first win time. And during advisory on Tuesday this week, you will sign up for what you want to have during your win time. After win time, the 8th graders will go to lunch. The rest of you will go to your 3rd hour class. And then 8th graders after your lunch, you'll have 8th grade band during 3rd hour. A-day band first and then B-day band. And then we'll have 5th hour block, and then we will have 7th hour block. And I should also mention to the 6th and 7th graders during 3rd hour on Wednesday, 6th graders, your lunch is halfway and it's split in the middle of 3rd hour like it's been up until this point. And then 7th graders, you'll eat lunch after 3rd hour. Okay, and then looking ahead to Thursday we will all, this is your even block day, we'll all start with 2nd hour. So 6th graders, if you're in A-day band, you'll come to band to start the day on Thursday. And then you'll go to your B-day class. If you're in the B-day band, on Thursday you'll go to your A-day class first and then come to band. And then after 2nd hour, we are going to have advisory. So you'll go to your advisory, everyone. After advisory, 8th graders will go to lunch, and the rest of you will go to 4th hour. And 6th graders will have lunch split in the middle of 4th hour. 7th graders will eat lunch after 4th hour. And then after that, we'll go to 6th hour block. And then we will have 2 win times at the end of Thursday that you'll sign up for during your advisory time on Thursday. And so you'll sign up for those 2 win periods, which will be about 40 minutes each. And then Friday, we're back to a 7-period day, and it'll be an A day. So A day bands, you will meet on Friday. B day bands, you'll have your A day class on Friday. I wanted to say one thing about win time too. During win time, I will have events for band students, and this week I do have some, and I want to make you aware of that. On Wednesday, during win time, I would like students who are 6th grade percussionists or students who want to be in our 7th and 8th grade tech crew sign up, if at all possible, to come during win time. If it ends up not working for you to do it on Wednesday, I'd like you to come on Thursday during the 2nd win time. And that'll again be reserved for percussionists from the 6th grade band and 7th and 8th graders that want to be in the music tech crew. And then on the 1st win time on Thursday, I'd like to open that up to any 6th, 7th, or 8th grade student that is playing an instrument for the first time this year, or who has switched instruments and is new to their instrument this year. I'd like to meet with those students during the 1st win time on Thursday. And again, you'll sign up for win time during your advisories. So hopefully that's clear. I already talked about the after-school events. I will mention a couple other things going on. Rhythm section for the 8th grade will meet Thursday morning at 8 again this week. And we're hoping to start our Morning Star and Lunch Star events. That'll be DJs, singers, piano players that want to come and perform either before school or during lunch. And so I'm going to be working on that this week, getting that organized. If you are interested in DJing or singing or playing piano or doing some kind of performing during breakfast or during lunch in the cafeteria, let me know and we'll get you on the schedule. As far as upcoming events, not a lot in the near future here as we're just starting to learn music and get rolling. I will tell you that we do have an 8th grade 2nd floor party. That's a band party for all of our 8th graders in band, and that'll be taking place after school on Friday, September 29th. And I should also make you aware that our Walking on the West Side fundraising event got moved from September 28th to October 12th. So now we're moving that a little bit ahead. So last thing before I let you go, and I know I'm going a little over my 12 minutes right here, if you want to get a hold of me, some great ways to do it. I'm on Twitter at CMSW Band. My email is songere@district112.org. And if you'd like reminder texts about things that are coming up, whether that be when your band lessons are, when playing tests are, when concerts are, all that kind of stuff, I'd love it if you signed up by sending the message at 17band6 or at 17band7 or at 17band8, whichever grade you're in, that's the one you'll choose, and send that message to the number 81010. And when I say at, I mean the at symbol. So at 17 band and then the grade 6, 7, or 8. And send that message to the number 81010. You'll probably get a message back in a few seconds. It might ask you for your name, so send your name. If it just says you're in, then you're in. So then I'll send you text. I won't send you many texts, maybe 3 or 4 a week or so. So it's just a great way to keep in touch on what's going on. So, and again, I'll be back here again next week, probably again really late on a Friday night down here in my lesson teaching space in my home. So, so hope you're all doing well. Again, great first week, and we'll talk to you soon.